What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Happy Saturday morning, folks. This is your favorite college football preview show. As always, I am your host with the most units, baby, the BTV Greek. I am joined by my favorite cast here. What the hell is Beho doing?
He's imitating you, Dustin. Yeah, he's imitating you.
That's exactly what we're seeing, and then your voice comes through. It's fucking awesome.
What's up, XFL, Jim?
Oh, it's amazing. That was perfect.
All right.
That was perfect.
All right.
College, baby,
what's up,
let's
Chase?
go.
Wait, there's football games. Let's talk about them.
Holy fuck,
Let's
Northern
talk about
Illinois.
it. Before we do, though, where are we going to bet on these college football games?
Bet them over on Nitro.
Nitro
you.
betting.
NitroBetting.eu with Shayla.
Bet on sports and use cryptocurrency? Then you might have heard of Nitrogen Sports, a top Bitcoin-only sportsbook and pioneer in the crypto betting world. Our family is growing and we're pleased to introduce NitroBetting.eu, a new online Bitcoin sportsbook, poker and casino, offering a well-known anonymous service but with a new image. Thinking of signing up? It's pretty easy. With no KYC and full anonymity, you'll have your account in a minute. Don't forget to have your Bitcoin wallet ready for deposits and payouts. You'll also receive great benefits such as fast payouts, 24/7 chat and email support, sign up and reload bonuses. Head to our sportsbook to find daily sportsbook odds for sports along with props, future odds and more.
Boom, baby. NitroBetting.eu. I love it. Best place to do it. Payout super quick, 24/7 chat. Not a single complaint with NitroBetting.eu. Chase, what do you think of it?
Sheila, have you tried restarting the router? Might need to restart the router.
Won't need to restart it, mate.
It's just besides your lag, it still looks like that picture saying it sucks.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Oh, boom! Kent State, baby, yeah! Let's go, college sports. College
Those
football.
powder blues, baby. Those
Jesus.
powder blues.
All right, let's get into it. That's enough of the nonsense. Jim, I want to start off with your Ohio State at Nebraska. First of all, are you going to this game? Second of all, are you calling the upset?
I'm going to be in Lincoln, but I will not be at the game. I'm going to tailgate and get drunk as fuck and have some good food. That is what I'm going for. I'm going to enjoy myself by not going to a Nebraska game. Secondly,
Is that because you don't think they're going to cover?
I think they will cover. I don't think they're going to win. But what does Nebraska do under Scott Frost, specifically in the year of our Lord 2021? They lose games by one score or less. That is what they fucking do. They're going to keep that momentum going. And they're going to lose by like a touchdown in some of the dumbest fucking ways possible. They're going to drag Nebraska fans in, think that they're going to be able to win the game, and then like do something really stupid and lose. It's just that's the game plan.
There we go. Beho, you were high on Ohio State last week. They didn't cover. You taking them this week?
Abso-fucking-lutely. I think they're going to be a little pissed off after last week. And where'd they end up in the college playoff rankings? They're outside the top 4, right?
I think they're number.
Yep.
I think they're 5.
Yep. They got to start proving points now. And I think, unfortunately, for Nebraska, that point starts right now.
They're number 5 because I remember being very pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're always a little bit inflated, right? Hey, Jim, I do have a question, though. Nebraska tailgating, like, what's the food of choice out there?
I mean, it's just like tailgates. It's usually just like brats, burgers, a lot of German food. I mean, this time of year, there might be someone cooking up some chili in a crock pot. Sometimes you get a lot of like little smokies, smokies.
Little smokies. Can't go wrong with little smokies. Little smokies. Lots of beer and seltzers. Okay.
Lots of red beer too. Lots of red beer.
Ooh, like a good red beer.
Yeah.
Chase, who you got in this one?
I'm going to side with Jim here. I'm going to say Nebraska covers the 14.5. I am going to try the over here because I think if Nebraska covers, then most likely that there have been a ton of points scored in this game. I'm not too high on the Nebraska defense, but it seems like the Nebraska offense can maybe score a few points where they need to. So I'm hitting the over 65 and taking Nebraska to cover.
I actually flipped that. Our defense has been playing pretty decent this year, and if the last two games have been outliers, the last two games have been Taylor Martinez. I fucked it up too. Everyone fucks it up. If these last two games have been Adrian Martinez's worst games by far, if those two are outliers and he kind of steps back up against good competition, then yeah, the offense, I would expect kind of a shootout here. But like, he's coming off of a 4 interception game.
Hey man, I actually like Nebraska a lot. I'm gonna take that 14.5. I'm gonna roll a little bit on that money line too.
Don't do the money line. Don't. They don't
a
do
little
it,
bit,
dude.
just a smidge.
How much money do you want to lose on money lines this year, Leo? Shit.
I mean, all it's gonna take is for me to hit one of them, and that makes up for about 4 losses. So that's all it really takes. I like Nebraska in this spot. At some point, Scott Frost is gonna get a big win. This team is halfway decent. Ohio State, very overrated. But one thing I do want to talk about, the college football rankings are the biggest crock of shit on the face of the earth. I have had enough of this. I can't stand the NCAA. You're the worst organization on the face of the earth. I mean, let's just run through these real quick. Your top 8. All right, you know what? We'll do top 9. You got Georgia at number 1. Nobody can debate that. Alabama's at number 2. What? Michigan State's at number 3. Oregon is somehow number 4. Ohio State is sitting at 5. Cincinnati, despite winning last week, dropped from number 2 to number 6.
Well,
Michigan
technically they didn't drop. This is a new poll.
Despite the fact.
Yeah, don't confuse Leo.
No, it's a bullshit poll, but they didn't drop. This is a new poll.
I apologize. They were number 2 last week in the AP. I'm sorry. And they're technically, actually, you know what? They're still 2 in the AP. God, oh my God, the NCAA is so stupid. Oh my God. And then number 7, you have Michigan at 7-1. Then you have Oklahoma at number 8. Wake Forest at number 9. What the fuck is happening in these polls? They're making up as they go. These guys have no clue what's happening.
I've got a really strong take on this because I think people are going way too overboard with this. For one, I don't really hate them. Cincinnati doesn't deserve to be in the top 4. They play nobody, and they've had close games against Tulane and Navy. I get they have to play who's in front of them, but again, man, you're not going to tell me that Cincinnati's better team than Alabama. You're not going to tell me that.
I know, but you can tell me right now that what Cincinnati didn't do was lose to an unranked opponent.
Well, Texas A&M's ranked now, so do we count that or not?
Are they ranked in the CFP poll?
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, they're ranked number 14.
That's
buddy.
fair. That's fair.
They play in
Then
the SEC.
Like, they didn't lose.
They play in the SEC. As long as they're above 500, they're automatically ranked in the SEC.
That's
what we do.
The ACC is terrible. That's why Wake's down there, and I think Wake has a bigger argument than Cincinnati.
I do not.
Honestly,
I do. Well, my thing with Wake being as low as they are is, if that was Clemson, if the same thing, like same schedule, same everything, if it was Clemson they'd
would be number 2.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's bullshit to me.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Agree with that.
What I don't like about it is that, I mean, there are things I certainly agree with. Like I kind of actually like where they put Oklahoma. I like where they put Wake, but I can tell by how they've done these rankings that they're specifically stacking the deck against certain teams that they don't want to make the playoffs, and they're stacking the deck for teams that they want to make the playoffs, so that there's just such an easy, clear scenario for some of those teams where it's like they put them here now, so it's like, okay, just stop.
It's like they're setting up for a 2-loss Alabama to make it.
Yeah. So, for example, they didn't have SMU or Houston their top 25. Those are like the only other two ranked teams that Cincinnati's even going to have a possibility of playing later on. So what happens is, if you don't rank them, then you've automatically milked any value out of getting a win against one of those teams in an AAC championship. Like they're very much telegraphing what they want to happen. And it's really fucked up if you're a Power 5 team.
I also think,
a Group of 5 team.
Yeah, what you said, like for Alabama, I think they put them at number 2 just in case they do win out and beat Georgia. Then they don't have to jump somebody at the end; they're already there. Right. But if they lose to Georgia, I think they go out of the top 4. I think they
don't know if they do.
No,
I don't know.
No, they're
bet they
Alabama.
do.
They get in no matter
they
what.
do. And the team like Cincinnati, the bad thing for Cincinnati is like Chase said, not only did they devalue their only two opportunities to move up, like they have nowhere to go but down.
I think it's disgusting.
If they win out, they're not playing anybody.
I think it's disgusting that they
Lose, they're
ranked
definitely
Ohio
out.
State above Cincinnati. I think Notre Dame's just as good of a win as fucking Penn State.
Okay. Well, I hear you there, but my thing is this, and let's be honest. If the matchup was Cincinnati and Ohio State this weekend, what would the line be?
I think you would see
Cincinnati in
I've-
Ohio State.
I'd say Ohio State about 7.5 point favorite.
Say neutral.
Yeah, 7.5, 8.5.
Yeah,
And Cincinnati may cover that. But I mean,
Yeah,
Ohio State
that's
should
about
win
right.
that game, guys, right? And
Yeah,
think
but that's
about
why
this,
you
too.
play the games, though. That's why you go by resume.
I get it. And like
Got
again,
it.
so what if they're number 4? What if you put them in at number 4? What's the spread against Georgia?
What's the spread? Yeah, but like that's a bullshit reason because what's the spread against Georgia with any team? Georgia's gonna be favored by like 2 touchdowns over everybody.
Yeah, it seems like it's consistently like 14.5 points.
And it
like
doesn't
that's the
fucking,
Georgia
like that
spread
doesn't
right
matter
now.
because like every playoff game has been a fucking blowout almost. It doesn't matter who's in it. It doesn't matter if it's like Oklahoma. I don't want to see Oklahoma get blown out again for the third time in a row.
Right.
I don't want to see Ohio State
Guys,
get fucking ass blasted by Georgia. I
You
don't.
know what pisses me off about this the most is that this is a simple fix for the NCAA. Ready? I'm going to solve all their college football problems right now. You're going to have an
Can't wait
8-team
for this.
playoff. It's going to be 8 teams. You're going to take the conference winner from the 5 major conferences. Okay? That's 5 of those teams. So if you win, you get in. Then what's going to happen is we're going to take one team from the group of 5 every year. Okay? And then you got 2 wild card spots that go to the 2 highest ranked teams.
And you know
Nice
what?
and
That
simple.
sounds great.
You have an 8-team
It sounds
playoff.
great. It sounds great, but honestly, let's be honest here. I don't know why any of us are surprised. What rules the NCAA more than anything? Money.
Money. That's why
Who has
the
more money?
The teams
Ohio
that the
State or
teams that the college
Cincinnati?
football playoff want to like
The SEC.
keep out the most are easily Cincinnati and Wake Forest because the market, like the TV market, is that they don't have a lot of fans.
Yeah, well, they don't. I mean, like,
God, I would love Wake Forest to make it. I would love Wake Forest to make
I don't know
it.
how
Also,
you
I'm more
justify an
stunned that
undefeated
Oregon-
Power 5 champion not making it, but yeah.
How the hell is Oregon in the top 4? That team is not good. They've almost lost to a lot of shitty teams.
Well, if you're
They-
going to
they
be
beat
putting
Ohio
Ohio
State
State
at
there,
Ohio
you have
State.
to put Oregon there. They fucking won head to head.
Oh man, this whole thing is so stupid. But you know what? Let's talk about one of the other teams here that is ranked number 9. It is Wake Forest, North Carolina. Wake Forest is actually an underdog in this game. North Carolina was ranked in the top 10 to start the year, but they have absolutely sucked. Jim, I see you dancing up there. Who you got in this game and why?
I am quaking for Wake, baby. It's Quake for Wake season. If you watched this game last year, it was a fucking shootout. I am on the over in this game. I'm on Wake Forest. I think their just offense is just so fucking fun to watch. The claw offense is great. I'm not trusting Mac Brown. North Carolina's packing it up for the season. Give me Wake Forest straight up. Wrong team favored.
Wow. Chase, you rolling with your buddy from the Jimnasium?
I mean, at plus money, I pretty much have to take Wake Forest on the money line. It just seems like a play I have to make, especially with how bad North Carolina is. I'm going to shoot the under here. 76 is a huge number. And if North Carolina is playing as poorly as they have been, then Wake Forest is going to have to score a lot of it, which they can. But this, of course, is not the same defense as they were playing against Army up at West Point. Like, they're not going to be able to score from anywhere on the field. I don't see a track meet breaking out. So give me Wake Forest on the money line, but give me the under 76 here.
Different year. 2020 was weird, but it was the total in that game reached 112.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right.
that's a lot of points right there.
All right.
yeah, that was last year.
Big-O, what do you got here?
Well, I hate to break everybody's hearts, but this is where the Wake Forest dream ends. North Carolina wins this game at home. It's one of the few reasons for them to get excited about a game the rest of the year because they have sucked. So they step up in a big spot. They pull off the victory. Wake Forest, we're not even talking about them the rest of the year as far as the playoffs go. And Mac Brown, I don't know, he'll say something stupid ass in his post-game presser.
Sounds about right. Can get behind that. I actually really like North Carolina here as well. I think North Carolina is extremely talented. Their defense absolutely positively blows. This is probably going to be a shootout. Chase, I feel like you're right. Should end up under 76, but no. After what I saw from Wake Forest, and I think it was Syracuse where they put up like 100 points.
Army.
Yeah, no, almost.
Army was a bajillion.
I'm sorry. That's right. That was ridiculous. I mean, the big play after big play. But no, I'm going North Carolina here. North Carolina is favored for a reason. I think that Wake Forest dream ends here. Give me the Tar Heels for the win. Next game is going to be Michigan State and Purdue. Michigan State is number 3 in the country. Biho, let's start off with you. Think Sparty takes care of business today?
Well, I was on Michigan last week, and I still think I got fucking just jobbed out of that win. But Michigan State got the win, and I took the L in that one. I'm not a big Purdue guy. Michigan State looked fairly decent once they got their head out of their ass against Michigan. Now they've got
3-point spread. For.
Yeah, so give me Sparty. I'm a lay the 3.
Chase?
So if Michigan State had a game besides Maryland coming up behind this, like if this was like Ohio State or maybe Penn State following this game, I would think it's a prime letdown spot. Given the fact that they've got Maryland, they have no reason but to focus on Purdue here. I mean, homie from Purdue is coaching for his job, but I don't think that I don't think that they're going to have any luck stopping Kenneth Walker III. So yeah, I'm good with Michigan State laying the 3 here, and that's probably the only way I get into this one.
To be fair,
Jim.
I'm actually on the case that I think he might not be coaching for his job until that Northwestern game in Indiana, because if he just needs to win one more to go to a bowl, and I think that's all he needs to really save his job this year. I like Michigan State against this small spread. Like, they haven't played like against these lower teams like the Purdue's and whatnot. They haven't seemed to play a complete full game of football. They seem to let up for halves at a time. But I think Kenneth Walker is fully coming into himself, and he's the big difference maker. He blows this game up, and Michigan State wins this pretty easily.
Could not agree more. Michigan State's going to dominate this game. I have no idea why Purdue is getting any type of respect from the book. They're not a very good team. Their coach should be coaching for his job because, again, they're not very good. Michigan State is probably one of the more underrated teams in the country still, which I really don't understand.
It's hard. Like, if it's,
dude,
I don't know if they're underrated.
They're number 3 in the country, but like nobody actually expects them to do much. Like, this line proves
they've beaten one team with a winning record, and they were not in that game for the most part. Like, Kenneth Walker is amazing. Michigan State is like pretty good.
Right.
Kenneth Walker is a bad son of a bitch.
Dude, he had himself a game. Also, the one-handed pick to end that game last week, glorious. What a freaking pick that was. Phenomenal play by that DB. But we're unanimous. We're all over Michigan State here. Now let's keep things moving. Biho, you guys know I make the game list. I threw this game in specifically for you so you don't have to bitch and complain that I don't have enough SEC games in here. Auburn, Texas A&M, a game that doesn't matter at all. Who you got and why?
You really pissed me off with this SEC slander. Texas
really
A&M. I'm laying the 5 here with A&M, and we're getting road Bo Nix again. So I mean, there's not a ton to say about it. I just think Texas A&M's better than Auburn.
XFL Jim.
I'm actually taking Biho's side in this one, that this game does matter, because guess what? Weirdly enough, and it's gross to say out loud, Chase will hate me for this, but Auburn is in control of their destiny here. If Auburn wins out, they make the title game, which ruins it for Alabama. So, I mean, this is a pretty significant game, and I think Bo Nix is actually looking better under Harsin. You're getting some good Bo Nix these past couple weeks. I think that keeps up. I think Auburn wins this one outright in some weird shit. This is going to be one of those weird ends to the season where Auburn just fucks around and wins the SEC West, and I hate it.
I mean, I can see that happening.
I'm sorry. Oh, one moment. You think they're going to beat Alabama?
Yeah. Spoiler. Yeah,
Oh.
I do.
Leo, do you think
That's
Alabama's that good?
Chase?
I
don't think Auburn's
honestly,
that good.
I honestly still think that Auburn is fraudulent. I think the best player on Auburn's team last week was Lane Kiffin, who can take his analytics and shove them right up his ass because he gave the ball to Auburn so many times when he could have just taken points. And guess what? You probably would have won that game or at least been in it. And I'm not sold on Auburn. I'm not sold on Bo Nix. I'm all over Texas A&M to cover the 5. And then I'm looking at an alternate line where I can get plus money at 5.5. I'm taking that too.
You just want a meteor to land
So
on the
I
stadium.
Yes. Short answer.
I like
yes.
how
I
how
looked
you
at this
did
game.
the reference of shoving it up his ass, but that's actually the Urban Meyer move. We know that now.
It's true. This is more of
Urban.
like a credit card swipe.
I also love. I was gonna say I love that you did it with 2 fingers and not 1. Like no mercy on him.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this
no.
was not a gentle prodding. There was a goal in mind.
Bang.
Oh man, I'm looking at this one. Realistically, both these teams are not very good. Texas A&M, I know they beat Alabama. I'm not sold on this team. It's not that great. Their quarterbacks, so my Malaka and a half. Gun to my head, I guess I go Auburn money line, but this one's a pass for me. These
Can I
are
ask-
2 overrated teams simply because they're in the E SEC.
I gotta ask you a simple question. You say these teams are not good. Okay, that you can say they're overrated.
No.
But I mean, like,
they're overrated.
okay, that's fine. Like, how many teams are in D1?
They're not
Like a lot,
13 and
120 something. They're both in the top 20. Like, so you're basically essentially saying there's 15 teams that are good.
I think you could argue there's only one team that's good, and that's Georgia.
Well,
That's
Georgia's
fair.
elite. Georgia's elite.
There's a big difference.
You know, Biho, here's your hot take. Okay, I would take Fresno State over both of these teams. I would take Fresno over both of these teams. Now,
I'm not
to
even
bet
gonna
on this game,
respond to
I'm
that.
leaning a little bit toward Auburn money line. But, yeah, neither of these teams are all that great. They don't excite me. They're not the 13th and 14th best team in the country. Let's go to another SEC game that I put on just for you, Biho, because we're talking about apparently the second best team in the country, LSU Alabama. Alabama is a 28-point favorite in this game.
Good
Does
Lord.
anybody here give LSU a chance?
To win?
Chance to cover.
Yes.
Cover, yes. I'll take them to
Does
cover.
anybody
I'm
here-
taking the 28.5.
Yeah, I'll take LSU to cover. I am not taking them outright at all. No, but I think that's a huge number, and I have no problem seeing them actually covering this game. I mean, no matter what happens, it's still a rivalry game, so I'm still on it.
And Alabama this year just isn't covering like they usually have been these last 2 or 3 years.
Like it used to be, you see Alabama by 28, 30 something, and you're like, that's okay. They'll cover that in the first half. Kind of like Georgia's doing to everybody this year. But this team's not that. There's no way I'm giving 28.5 with them. Give me LSU in the points. Coach O, baby.
Interesting. I'm actually leaning toward that too. I like the 28.5. It's a rivalry game, but my favorite play here is actually the over 66. LSU's defense sucks. LSU's offense has played a little bit better, I guess, lately. But 66 feels a little low for this game. Like, I can easily see this game being 52-21, something like that. I think this game should get over without much of a problem here. Keeping things rolling, though, we got another game. This is my favorite game of the week, guys. You know why this is my favorite game of the week?
Yeah, because you're going to be there.
Because your boy's going to be there, baby. We're going to be there. Myself, Blackjack Fletcher, you guys are watching this Saturday morning. We are here on campus at Iowa State. Shoot us a DM. We will come find you. We're going to be at the tailgate all damn day. We're going to be messing around on campus. I'm fired up for this one. Iowa State is a 6.5-point favorite here. Beho, let's start with you. What you got?
What's the over under in this game?
60 and a half.
60 and a half.
Give me the under first
Thank
of
you,
all
boys.
in the freeze your balls off bowl because it's going to be cold AF. So, in fact, as this show's airing, Leo is literally frozen with his ball sack inside of him right now.
I've been there. I know the pain.
Yep.
I know the pain.
Yeah. It's what happens. I get it. Give me Iowa State
can't
and
possibly
the
be that
points.
It really can't be that.
You
bad.
just got to
I
be hoping
refuse
it's
to
not
believe
windy,
gonna
my
be
man.
that bad.
That's all you got to hope for is that there's like
if
low
it's
to no wind.
windy,
But like,
if
dude,
it's windy, you are fucked.
but guys, I understand that it's going to be cold, but like, I'm also not from like Florida. Like, I'm not.
No, that helps.
like, I'm used to the cold.
I'm just saying the wind, like it
In
hits
New
different. Like if
England,
it's
it's
windy,
fucking
it
cold.
sucks.
Yeah,
The
prairie
wind
wind is
is-
different. It's
The
just
wind is so much
different.
different, Leo. Like it's
really. Oh.
yeah, and once you're cold, you're fucking cold. So I'm just gonna warn you now. Like, get the wool socks out, double up in your hands and in your feet.
Oh no.
Because once
It's-
those get cold, it's over, man. It's over.
yeah. It's one of those things where you have to buy a coat from there for there.
Yeah.
Really?
Get you some of them heating
That
things for
bad?
your hands, buddy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
The wind cuts different. But give me the Cyclones -6.5 here. I think Texas wants no part of the cold weather. And hey, last time you were on campus, I think the home team won, right? Well, no, that was Boston College. They lost, but Maryland, they won. So I like Iowa State here.
Jim.
I love Iowa State in this spot. You know what Texas does? They disappoint. That's what they're fucking good at. Iowa State's coming alive. They've been making a couple mistakes these last couple games that have cost them some games, but they have a really good defense, and I think their offense will keep them in it. If you can find a place where you can parlay Texas first half money line with Iowa State to win the full game, do that because that's every Texas game has been that for the last 3 or 4 games. And it's going
Did
to
you
keep
just say
going.
a money line, halftime, full time?
Yeah.
I know where you can do that.
Where can you do that?
Nitrobetting.eu.
Hey.
There we go, baby. Chase, you rolling with them?
Yeah, so I don't want any part of Texas. I think it's pretty obvious from my history. In fact, I'm going to go once again with an alternate line here. I'm going to take Iowa State -7 to get the plus money.
Ooh, don't hate it.
I like it.
I completely disagree with all you guys. I know
I don't know how you're backing
for
this
Iowa
Texas
State, so
team.
we're gonna be there.
I don't know how you're
What do
backing
you-
this Texas team.
What do you mean you don't know how?
Brock
He literally
Purdy
backed
has-
Florida against Georgia last week.
I mean, listen, I was right for the first 26 minutes of that game. But no, I'm just not sold on Iowa State. Like, they have not looked good all year. And I don't want them giving 7 to anybody. Like, I'm going to buy up to 7. I'm going to take Texas. I mean, I really wouldn't hate taking Texas on the money line a little bit too. This is not as big of a spread as the bookies are telling us. This is not a 7-point game, guys. This is way closer to a 50-50 game. I'm rolling with Texas here. I really like this spread. Like, I hate to be that guy, but
Definitely,
sorry.
if you're going to
Sorry,
be on
Iowa
Texas,
State.
at least take
Come
them in the
find us,
first
son.
half. At least take them in the first half. They've been winning
Yeah.
double digits every first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game is going to be fairly tight. Like I said, I really don't see a blowout here. And again, Brock Purdy has not played well in big games at all. And they're coming off a loss last week too. I think they know their season's over. Attaboy. Attaboy. On that note,
That was supposed to be quieter.
to the group of 5.
That was for Texas. That's for
Oh,
Texas.
God.
By the way, the
There
best
you
part
go.
about that
Horns down,
Georgia-Florida
folks.
game, real quick, we were playing in the poker tournament last week, and Leo was talking shit in the chat or in a group chat about Georgia being so close. And 3 minutes later, I'm like, "Hey, Leo, how's it look now?" And he's like, "Holy shit, how did that happen?" It went from 7-3 to 24-3 in like the blink of an eye.
Dude, the worst was the first quarter money line. I was sitting there, Florida, first quarter money line. They get stopped on 3rd down with 6 seconds left in the quarter. I'm sitting there saying I got a really good kicker with the leg to do this, kicking from 51 to win the first quarter, hit the plus 301, and the asshole missed not just the goalpost, but the net's in back of the freaking goalpost. He missed the net.
Hey, and I
literally
also
just threw the remote. I go.
I also think I said I had Georgia's defense outscoring Florida's team last week, and they just tied.
Well, you were
Unfortunately, I
wrong.
didn't beat them, but they did tie.
No, you lost 7-6. You lost.
Oh, I don't get the extra point, but you do.
Boise.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Boise State. Well, I win, you lose. That's usually how it goes. Boise State, Fresno State. I'm going to start us off here, and then I'm going to go to Chase because I know Chase agrees with me. Fresno State by $1 million here. This is not your daddy's Boise State team. This Boise State team sucks. They are not very good. Fresno State, the most underrated team in the country. I love Fresno State by $1 million here.
Yeah, I've been on this team all year. Like, I'm not jumping off now. I'm taking them at the, with the 5. And also I basically running up to kickoff. I'm going to take any alternate line I can find that's going to give me plus money on Fresno State. Right now they're only offering 5.5, but I'll still take it. I mean, if there's any way that I can make plus money off of Fresno State, I'm all over it.
There we go, Jim. You rolling with us?
I am rolling with you guys. Fresno State is really wanting that Hawaii game back because we would be looking at this team in an entirely different light if they did not lose to the Rainbow Warriors. They'd probably be up for potentially a New Year's Six Bowl. They still might be, honestly. But this Fresno State team is fucking good. They play with heart, and maybe I'd take Boise to cover if it was at Boise. But the Dogs at home, give me Fresno State all day. All day.
All day. Beho, I'm assuming that you're here to. Well, I assume you're here to piss on our parade.
No, just yours. I take a little umbrage in the fact that you said my dad's Boise State, when in fact Boise State wasn't even good until like I was an adult. So it's more like my Boise State than my dad's.
I could vote for president when Boise State got good. That's a good point.
Yeah, so let's not get fucking carried away there. Anyways, Boise
It was
has
15
no shot.
years ago.
Yeah, Leo, I'm 41 years old.
Yeah, dude, I'm 36.
Come on, Leo.
I was drinking beer when
I was
when they were
literally
fucking good.
almost married.
To be fair,
at that
you were
point.
drinking way before that too, Chase.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
also very fair. Yeah.
Are
you?
Yeah, no,
I was cool in high school because yes, I was.
No, I'm with you guys here. Fresno by $1 million. I'm with Chase following that alternate line all the way up as much as I can go to get plus money. Yeah, Boise's just not good. They're not good anymore.
All right,
There we go, baby. I like it. We just close in all the game recaps and we're all on the same page. I like it. Let's move on to the faithful favorite of the week. I want to start this off because Beho, I have a feeling I'm going to steal yours, buddy. You know who I'm going with?
No shot you're stealing mine.
I'm stealing it, baby. Give me the Kentucky Wildcats against Tennessee. I'm all over Kentucky in this matchup. This is a no-brainer. Tennessee sucks. I know Kentucky's coming off a really bad loss last week. That was to Mike Leach on Halloween. Nobody ever had a chance right there. I am all over Kentucky. One of my favorite plays this week, no doubt about it. Lay that 1 point with a big old smile on your face. Take any alternate line you can find because Kentucky wins at home by double digits. Beho.
I do like that, but that's not my faithful favorite of the week. You know who it is? The Georgia Bulldogs laying 38 to Mizzou. Quite possibly the worst Mizzou team since they joined the SEC. I don't know how many Mizzou games you've watched. I've had the pleasure.
I think very easily the worst Mizzou team since joining the SEC.
Dude, they're so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
They're lucky Vanderbilt's in that league.
Like, honestly, the only way Mizzou covers this game is if Georgia just gives up after the first quarter because it's 38-0 after one. I mean, like, this game, you couldn't make the spread big enough. Georgia will absolutely wax the shit out of them. And I think that game's at Mizzou, too. It'll probably be more Georgia fans than Mizzou fans. So I have no problem laying 38 with them this week.
There we go. Jim, what do you got for your faithful favorite?
Mine's an easy one. It's the Kansas State Wildcats against the Kansas Jayhawks, minus 24. K-State owns this game. They always get up for it just to pound on this Jayhawk team, which is shit. It is shit. They're not shit yet. Give me Kansas State all fucking day. Deuce Vaughn's going to run for 1,000,000 yards.
There we go, baby. Chase.
All right, so I'm going to take Florida on the rebound, laying 18 against a very bad South Carolina team. A very, very bad South Carolina team. I think they cover that without any issue.
I like that a lot.
South Carolina is a special kind of bad. I took them. Which game was it? I forgot what game it was, but I took them to score over half a point in the first quarter in one of their latest games. Dear God, they suck. My God, they're freaking atrocious. It was the game against Texas A&M. They literally got set up with the ball at the 40-yard line and couldn't move the ball. They suck. I fully agree with you. I think Florida is going to dismantle them in that game. This is everybody's favorite segment of the week, though. Delicious dog of the week. Chase, let's start off with you.
Ooh, I had a good one, and now I can't find it. Hold on. Where is it? It's going to be Louisville.
I think I know which
Clemson.
You motherfucker.
On the money line at home, plus 161. I think they cover. They're, for some reason, Clemson's still being installed as favorites, but I think Louisville's probably actually the toughest team they've played in a while, and they're still not going to they're still going to just fuck it up. So, yeah, give me Louisville plus the 4.
I really thought I was going to steal your pick. I did not see that one coming. Jim, what do you got?
There's a few that I like, but I'm really going to be rolling. Give me, you know what? I'm going to take a big one. There's two that I like. They're both in the G5. The first one is I love UNLV catching points against New Mexico here. UNLV is about to burst one, and I think they can get it done here. This is a tough one, but I'm going to take UNLV. But my fucking delicious dog, give me the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors over the San Diego State Spartans on the island. This team plays different on the island. That's where they upset Fresno. That's where they're going to upset San Diego State.
Ooh, that is a big swing right there. Beho, you got yours yet?
I had
Chase,
it.
What do you got up there?
No, go. Do you need time? Because I actually have one that I could throw out right here that I'm kind of excited about.
You got another one? Go ahead.
Arizona catching 11.5 at home against Cal. Arizona's shown that they can score. Give me Arizona plus 11.5, also plus 354 on the money line. They have the longest losing streak in the country. If you watch the last few of their games, like they're showing signs of life. I think they could actually get this done against Cal.
I disagree. That's all I'm going to say about that. I disagree.
Wholeheartedly. Beho, what do you got over there?
I was going to look for another one under extreme conditions, but no, I'm sticking with what I've got written down, and that's Louisville. I would give points here if I could on an alternate line. Speaking of, I know you guys don't know this because you're not from the area, but Louisville is so desperate to get fans into their stadium that they're just giving tickets away to this game this week. Like if you join Planet Fitness for a month for like $10, they'll give you 2 tickets. If you're a season ticket holder,
seriously,
and with perfect attendance, they are giving you 2 extra tickets. They can't fill their stadium. When Kentucky plays there in a few weeks, you watch that stadium will be 3/4 to 7/8 blue. Not because it's not normally like that, but again, I actually like Louisville a little bit. They show signs of being good. They just can't put it all together, but they do one thing, and that's beat bad teams like Boston College. So Clemson is no better than Boston College. I expect Louisville to win this by double digits.
Chase, I'm really disappointed in you, dude. I really thought I was going to steal your underdog here.
What do you got?
I'm all over Liberty. I love Liberty against Ole Miss.
Libibity?
Big time quarterback, dude. Libibity. I love Libibity here. I think Libibity's going to win this game outright. Yeah, Ole Miss is not playing well right now. Corral's still banged up. Is Corral officially out for this game?
I don't know.
I think he may be. I think he was listed as questionable.
I think it matters for the cover. I don't think
Liberty's
going to win, but I think it matters for the cover.
I love Liberty here. They're going to pull the upset. That is my upset of the week. You can get it at plus 385 right now on nitrobetting.eu. That is the play that you need to smash. Big time right there. Now, we got one. what's up?
Oh, I was saying I'm proud of you for not taking Mizzou on the money line against Georgia this week. Very proud of you, buddy.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson last week, okay? There will be no more going against Georgia, okay? Big team on upset alert. Beho, what you got?
Jim's favorite, Wake Forest. They're going down. Give me the Tar Heels over Wake Forest.
I hate you.
I'm sorry. I love you, Jim.
I hate you.
I'm just telling it how it is. That's the team going down this week. Their dreams end. It's the end of the road.
Wow. Aggressive. Jim, where are you rolling?
You will quake before wake. My team going down, my team that is going down are actually, I love this team. And I hope they don't, but I'm scared for them here in this spot. I actually am worried about Oklahoma State falling to West Virginia here. Weird shit happens in the mountains. Weird shit happens there. And
it's going to be cold
up
there, too.
Cold. Oklahoma State, yeah, their defense is really good. I just don't know about their offense in a weird Virginia, like West Virginia matchup. I'm scared for them. I think they can fall pretty easily here.
Wow. Chase.
I actually think
Chase.
Notre Dame might have its hands full with Navy. I think Navy's got a good chance, if not to sneak up and win outright. I mean, I'm definitely think they cover 20.5. Oh, and all over the under in that one.
Yeah, 20.5 seems like a bit much right here. So my big team to go down is going to be Ohio State. Again, I just think this game is going to be fairly close throughout. I have faith in Nebraska. This is going to be the Scott Frost special. Jim, I'm really pulling for you, buddy. I know you're going to be super excited for this one. I think it's going to be tighter than people expect. Because like you said, Nebraska's been playing these one-possession games. They're getting people excited. But I actually have another one that I like a lot. Washington against Oregon. People are going to wake up and realize that this Oregon team is not very good.
Yeah, but this Washington team is bad.
Really bad.
This
I
Oregon
watched a
team
decent
is
amount of
not-
Washington-Stanford. That game was
Didn't
bad.
they lose to
Washington's
an FCS team?
No. Wait, yes, they did. They lost to Montana State, baby. Big Sky, Montana State.
Yeah, lost to Montana State at home. We're going to dog fuck Oregon. Yeah, okay.
They'll beat Oregon. They're going to beat Oregon in this game. Oregon is not very good. Washington, while they have not played well at all, they should be confident after a couple wins, even though it was against shit opponents.
Make sure you clip that for next week's Leo's an Idiot video.
I'm going to clip this one. I'm going to clip this one. I'm all over it. It's going to be a 7-point spread here. I really like Washington to pull this thing off. That's pretty much all we got this week, guys. Anything else you guys want to throw out there?
Yeah, Leo, that Kentucky pick you had, that's a good one, especially since Tennessee's quarterback last year in the cold actually left the game. Like he walked back into the locker room because he was shaking so bad, and they were testing him for all kinds of illnesses, and he wasn't sick. He was just cold.
Was it the same quarterback?
Cold. Yeah, it's going to be cold AF.
Cold AF. Oh, man. I love it.
Also, I'm rocking Air Force in the Air Force Army game, which, by the way, should be played on a campus instead of fucking Jerry's World.
Why
there
is
you
that
go,
Jerry's
baby.
World.
I don't know. It's fucking stupid. It makes no sense.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. It's just Jerry's World, and we're all just living in it. But that's pretty much all we got this weekend, guys. Make sure you guys come find me in Ames. Me and Blackjack Fletcher, we are there. We're giving away some cash, giving away some merch. It is going to be dope. XFL Jim has his shirt open. He is ready for college football. Beho's eyes are ready to pop out, and Chase is looking fresh as could be with that sexy-ass haircut. We're checking out for the day, folks. Best of luck. Make sure you guys come back tomorrow. Check out this crew right here for Fantasy Foreplay, which